Trump is trying to hijack MLK's message now. Why is this not surprising? I truly hope this is the last time I ever have to say this, but President Donald Trump, and his fellow propagandists in the federal agencies, including ICE and the Pentagon, tried to co-opt Martin Luther King Jr.'s message yesterday. Acting Defense Secretary Chris Miller tweeted a 3-minute tribute video that focused entirely on King's nonviolent struggle for racial equality without including any mention of the anti-war activism or King's 1967 speech when he called the U.S. government the greatest purveyor of violence in the world today. And at the time, he was probably talking about violence around the world, not just inside the Capitol Rotunda. Now get this. I mean, I know his followers are brainwashed, but are they really absent of any historical understanding at all? Trump praised King's resistance to the injustices of his era, including the denial of the right to vote, which, are you kidding me? After the Republican voter suppression efforts and all your own attempts to subvert the 2020 presidential election, not to mention all the years of all the Republican shenanigans, the gerrymandering and all that. Before that, what about when Bush stole the election? Okay. Bernice King, a minister, and Martin Luther King Jr.'s youngest daughter, reminded the world that her father was, and I quote, one of the most hated men in America, and that many who quote him now and evoke him just to deter justice today would likely hate and may already hate the authentic king of his day. Right on. Meanwhile, the Poor People's Campaign marked Martin Luther King Jr. Day Monday by urging the incoming Biden administration to act on a group of policies tout de suite. That's French for light a fire under it, Joey B. The Poor People's Campaign has a reconstruction and restoration agenda. The group's co-chairs, including Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II and Reverend Liz Theo Harris, Dr. Liz Theo Harris, along with other faith leaders, held a virtual press conference yesterday where they stressed the importance of their moral and economic agenda. How refreshing. A moral and economic agenda. I would like that. Their campaign, along with other social justice leaders, released the agenda in December, by the way, framing it as a blueprint to repair and transform the lives of people of every race, every ethnicity, age, sexual, and gender orientation who have been suffering unjustly for far too long. It lists 14 priorities. See if one of these might help you. Comprehensive and just COVID relief with free testing, free treatment, free vaccines, and direct payments to the poor, guaranteeing quality health care for everyone, regardless of pre-existing conditions, and raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour immediately. You can go to thepoorpeoplescampaign.org to support the moral and economic agenda if you are feeling moral and economic. Meanwhile, again, union activists with the Communication Workers of America marked MLK Day with a virtual rally to protest blatant anti-worker discrimination. In December, Lumen Technologies sent an email to its workers saying that MLK Jr. Day would be a paid holiday for the first time in the company's history, but only for non-union employees. They gave everybody in the union the old, you know what. A delegation of African-American workers sent a letter to Lumen Technology CEO Jeff Story this week asking that he designate the federal Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a paid holiday for all Lumen workers. Clearly, Lumen doesn't want you to think that the union is getting better stuff than non-union. The CWA members wrote, by the way, the decision directly undermines Dr. King's legacy of fighting for civil and labor rights. CWA District 7 Vice President Brenda Roberts noted that Dr. King was assassinated while in Memphis organizing for workers' rights, and throughout his life, workers' rights were a core part of his work. You can go to cwa-union.org to sign the petition to let Lumen know that it's unacceptable to exclude union workers from the MLK holiday day off. People need to know that people outside of the union are watching what unions are doing and supporting. I'm Julianna Forlano. You're watching act.tv. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and watch some of the other videos. I know a lot of act channels put the links here, but you're going to have to go digging yourself for now. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at Julianna Forlano.